In this video, we're going to look at position vectors. So we use vectors most commonly to represent movements, like a movement for a certain magnitude in a certain direction. We can also use vectors to describe positions. It's a little bit like coordinates, and a position vector is sort of the position you would get to if you moved by that vector from the origin. Let's have a look at some examples. Okay, so in this question it says O to A is 3i plus 7j and A to B is minus 9i plus 3j. Hence find the position vector of B and hence find the magnitude of OB. Okay, so what's going on here? Well, O is sort of good to think of as the origin, a starting point. And it says that to get from O to A, we go 3 along and 7 up. So kind of roughly 3 along, 7 up, something like here. So that is the vector 3i plus 7j, and it gets us from O to A. Now, AB is minus 9i plus 3j. So that means going back 9, so maybe here, and then up by 3. So that must mean that B is up here somewhere. I wrote A, B is up here. And so that's the vector which gets us from A to B. And so I can call that one 9i plus 3j. It says find the position vector of B. So what is that, the position vector of B? Well, to get from, what that refers to is what is the vector needed to get from O to B? Well, what we need to do is say, well, the position vector of B is whatever this journey is. And to figure that out, to get from O to B, we can go from O to A and then go from A to B. And when we add those together, O to A is 3, 7, and A to B is minus 9, 3. Add those together, and we get negative 6, 10. So that means the position vector of B, or the vector that you would need to move in to go straight from O to B, we have now worked out is 6i plus 10j. So now that we've found the position vector of B, we can find the magnitude of OB because we just do Pythagoras, as you know. So the magnitude of OB is the square root of the I part, which is negative 6, but we just do 6 squared because squaring it makes it all positive anyway, plus the j part. So that is the square root of 100 plus 36, so root 136, which simplifies down to 2 root 34. So there's a kind of intro to what we mean by position vectors. Position vector is just the vector needed to get you from the origin to a certain place. And it's a little bit like coordinates. You can really think of that as kind of meaning that B is at the coordinates, minus 6, 10. That's a useful way of thinking about it. Okay, next. OR is negative 6i plus 3j, and SR is 12i minus 5. Find the position of S. Okay, again, draw it out, always useful to do this. So O to R, let's say that O is here. O to R, so 6 along and 3 up. So if I go 6 along and 3 up, I'll get to somewhere like here. So that can be R. And so that is negative 6, 3. Now, S to R is 12 along and 5 down. Now, it can be useful to flip these things around. If that's the case, then R to S is just the precise reverse of that, meaning negative 12i plus 5j. So to get from R to S, I go back 12 and up 5. So S is going to be up here somewhere. And that vector heading in that direction is minus 12, 5. Find the position vector of S. Well, the position vector of S is this. It's the vector that gets you from O straight to S. And that is found by going from O to R first, and then from R to S. So we can just add together OR, which is minus 6, 3, and RS, which is minus 12, 5. Adding these together, we get negative 6 minus 12 is negative 18, and 3 plus 5 is 8. And here is the position vector of S. All right, one more example here. Jesse walks 12 kilometers north and then walks in the direction 3i minus j, where I and j are vectors pointing east and north. Given that his final position is northeast of where he started, find his distance from the starting point. All right, so can we draw this out? So he walks 12 kilometers north. So he starts here and he walks 12 kilometers north. Now we don't have any names for any of these places, so that's okay. So he goes 12 up, and now he walks in the direction 3i minus j. So 3i minus j, 3 along minus j, so something like this. So he's going to walk in this direction, and it says at some point he finds himself northeast. Now northeast is, well, north is there, east is there, so northeast is like this. So at some point he finds himself northeast of where he started. And the question is, what's that distance? Okay, so let's give these things some names. So let's call this O, the origin. Let's call this B, and let's call it A, and let's call this B. So what's he done? Well, he walks OA, from O to A, and we know that that is no amount along and 12 up. Now, he walks from A to B, and all we know is that that is in the direction 3i minus j, which means it's some amount of that. It could be half of that, or it could be 4 times that, or it could be 20 times that, but he walks some amount of 3i minus j. And what we can do is we can say that he walks some amount, let's call it p, of 3i minus j, or if we like, he walks 3p and minus p. We just don't know what p is. He finds himself northeast of where he started, which means that this vector must be some amount of the vector I plus j, because I plus j going along 1, up 1 is northeast. So what we know is that his final position, or we can say that OB is some amount of along 1, up 1. So it's maybe Q lots of 1, 1, or put another way, Q, Q. So what we have is 2 ways to describe the position vector of B. B could either be going A first, O to A, and then A to B, or we could go straight from O to B. If we do it the long way, so that's OA plus AB, we get OA is 0, 12, AB is 3p minus p, some amount of 3p, some amount of 3 along and some amount of minus 1 down. But this must be the same as just going directly from O to B, which is Q, Q, or some amount along and the same amount up. What we've got here, of course, is simultaneous equations, and we're going to use comparing coefficients. If I look at the I component, I can see that 0 plus 3p must equal Q, because the I components have to be the same. And if I look at the j components, I can see that 12 minus p must equal Q. Now, since Q's match here, or another way to think about it is if I just substitute this Q for 3p there, I get 12 minus p equals 3p, because instead of Q, I've just put 3p. Adding p to both sides, I get 12 equals 4p, and therefore p equals 3. And if that's the case, Well, 3 times 3 is 9, so Q is 9. So Q equals 9. So now that I have that, can I work out his distance from his starting point? Well, look, I now know that OB, just going straight there, is Q. So QI plus QJ, and Q is 9. So it's 9, 9. So his distance from his starting point is the modulus of OB, which is the square root of 9 squared plus 9 squared. Key that all into my calculator, and it is 9 root 2 kilometers. Square root of 9 squared plus 9 squared is 9 root 2. Or if we wanted to give it, in kilometers, I'll write it over here, that would be 12.73 kilometers. That's how far he is from where he started. So quite a tricky question there, and it brings together comparing coefficients, position vectors, and magnitude. So quite a lot going on there. So this does need practice. It can get tricky, but I hope all of the different ingredients there make some sense. All right, I'll see you in the next video.